to introduce the mayor of Arlington. Who better than to have the Executive Vice President of Entertainment, Promotions, and Production for our hometown team. You all know him better as the voice of the World Series-bound Texas Rangers Hall of Famer Chuck Morgan.
Good afternoon, Arlington. It's time to start getting loud. You know, after a few days down in Houston, it's great to be back home. I'm going to get emotional. In Arlington. One of the great things about being in Houston, and I always love this about being in a visiting ballpark, is when you make enough racket and you rattle the bats and you pitch real good, most of the fans start leaving about the fourth or fifth inning. That's really awesome. Great to see all those Houston folks head for the exits. Arlington, Texas, the home of the 2023 American League champion Texas Rangers. Only gotten to say that about 3 times. It never gets old. You know, it's a little busy over at Globe Life Field today, but I couldn't miss this opportunity to celebrate the Rangers American League Championship with all of you here today. So on Friday, a hot dog and peanuts for lunch sounds just about right. On Friday, you'll stuff 3 pieces of bubble gum into the root side of your mouth and you'll look like a ball player. On Friday, sunflower seeds will find their way into your back pocket. And on Friday, Arlington, Texas will be the center of the baseball world. And on Friday, I hope you all will join me in cheering for your hometown Texas Rangers, because Friday, it is World Series time in Arlington, Texas. You know, the Rangers have a long history of great support in Arlington. The support the Rangers receive from Arlington, because of that support, all of you, all Ranger fans, deserve the celebration of a lifetime. If things go right, my life's pretty much going to be complete. Ladies and gentlemen, the Texas Rangers are 4 wins away from the celebration of a lifetime. You know, I go to work at Globe Life Field every day, and driving through the streets of Arlington, I see the results of Mayor Jim Ross's leadership. So much growth just right across the street from beautiful Globe Life Field. The redevelopment of Choctaw Stadium, the construction of a second Lowe's Hotel, One Rangers Way, and the National Medal of Honor Museum. How proud are we to have that in Arlington, Texas? You know, it's that growth and support from the community and city that will continue to electrify the entertainment district for years to come. So as I introduce this guy, when he walks out here, I want you to make as much noise as if Adolis Garcia just hit a grand slam against the Houston Astros, because he deserves that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure and honor to introduce maybe one of the biggest Texas Ranger fans out there. Please welcome the mayor of Arlington, Texas, the Honorable Jim Ross.
Thank you, brother. Wow, I'm going to get comfortable if that's okay. How fun is this? State of the city when the Rangers are heading to the World Series, and the Rangers have been saying, go and take it. Guess what? They did. They went and took the American League Championship, and now Friday we are World Series bound. And I tell you what, I could listen to Chuck read a daggum phone book. He has the best voice on the face of the earth, and I want to particularly thank him for taking time out of his obviously very, very busy schedule to come by and handle the introductions. You know, this is my third State of the City. My first one was done 2 years ago. This particular slide was used in my very first State of the City. Jobs, jobs, jobs. That's what we wanted to accomplish here in Arlington. And we set forth the formula that said there's 3 things that we really need to do to attract business here in Arlington. The first thing we needed to do was to make sure our community is safe for neighborhoods, for businesses, for our visitors. Then we needed to make sure that we had the best educational facilities available under the sun so that those businesses, employees can put their children into those schools. And then we wanted to make sure that the businesses that were coming here could look and say, Arlington has great neighborhoods, meaning not just good housing, but Arlington knows how to take care of each other. They know how to deal with each other. Well, we went to work. Safe community. Let's look at what happened here. Me and the city council went to work and transitioned our fire department into 4-man squads, meaning we now can respond faster, we now have the ability to attack the fires quicker, and it's safer for our firefighters. We authorized nearly 100 new firefighters and fire personnel over the next 3 years. Fire station number 1 was completely redone, and folks, it just opened. If y'all haven't seen it, it's downtown on Main Street and it's spectacular. We have authorized and start construction next year on Arlington's very first North Arlington Police Substation. It's going to be right across the street from Wet n Wild, making response time more available for the North Arlington residents. Fire station number 8 begins construction next year, where we are completely renovating fire station number 8. And the city council has authorized to build a brand new, our 18th fire station, approved in the 2023 bond package. We had a fire chief that retired, Fire Chief Don Krausen. Committed over 3 decades of quality service, one of the best men that ever ran this fire department. But he retired. Absolutely left huge shoes to fill. And we found the right person to fill those shoes. Chief Brett Stedham came from Dallas Fire Department, number 2 person over there, and is now heading up the Arlington Fire Department in place of Chief Krausen. Chief Stedham, I know you're here. There you are, sir. Will you stand, please? Thank you, and welcome to Arlington. We appreciate you. Police department's been busy as well, doing some really unique things. Human exploitation and trafficking has become a huge problem nationwide. And Arlington created the HEAT unit to address those things. And the HEAT unit works specifically on those individuals that like to exploit children and to traffic human beings. This summer, they worked with the federal agencies, made 134 arrests, with dozens of those arrests coming directly out of Arlington. They're doing a tremendous job impacting those really horrible offenders. We have a behavioral health unit in Arlington. And this is a real innovative approach to how to deal with the mental health issues that plague our country and our homelessness issue. We have crisis intervention agents who partner up with specially trained police officers. And they go out and they work these mental health problems in our community, issues that are plaguing our homelessness, and helping get the individuals who suffer from these mental health problems the specific help they need, and they're making a tremendous impact. Overall, crime in Arlington is down another 8% this year. More important than that, violent crime is down 21% this year. It doesn't come without a price. The men and women of the police and fire departments dedicate their lives to serving this community. This year, we lost one of our brothers in blue. It's a horrible time when we lose somebody like that. Officer Darren McMichael lost his life in a hit-and-run accident, and the Arlington Police Foundation has amended the fender of the motorcycle they donated to the police department now to mark the loss of Darren McMichael. And with us today is his surviving spouse, Lynette McMichael, who's also a police officer. I believe his mother and daughter are with us. Lynette, will you all mind standing, please? On behalf of a grateful city, we are so sorry for your loss, and we love you so much. I kept saying we did this because this isn't something that the mayor does. This is something that we do collectively with council. And I hate to say this in front of them, but I couldn't ask for better colleagues in working together here in Arlington, because while we don't always agree, we do always believe that Arlington is the best city anywhere, and every single one of our council members are dedicated to make it better and better every year. So council, can y'all just please stand up? I know you've already been introduced. So crime is better. We're safer than we were a couple of years ago. Back in the fall of 2021, we created what was called the Mayor's Education Coalition, where for the first time ever, we were able to bring together all of the educators here in Arlington, from private school, from public school, from charter school, homeschooling, TCC, UTA. Everybody came together to form the Mayor's Education Coalition because they all have the same goal: to do the best they can for the students. This summer, they collectively launched the See Something, Say Something campaign to keep our children safe in all of our schools. They work together in a way that benefits every single kid in Arlington. Recently, they came together to start a new program on parental engagement and support, working on early education Because if we can get that early start with our kids, we get the edge. Our kids get the edge. Education's getting better. Great neighborhoods. What do you mean when people are looking for great neighborhoods? Well, it's more than just the housing, it's how we treat each other. We used to say Arlington was the 6th most diverse city in the country. We've now moved to number 5. We're the 5th most diverse city in the country. And we have to look at diversity at what it really is. It's the source of our strength. It's what makes us unique with one another. We had a unity council that was put together and came out with 57 recommendations on things we can do for the betterment of our community. 57 recommendations have been followed and are completely implemented or in the process of being implemented right now. We are making progress on working together. The Unity Council is working now on the 2023 agenda to come out with several other things. They're working on 3 things in particular. How can we better deal with our seniors, 65 and older? How can we better deal with those who are intellectually or physically disabled? And how can we better address the members of the LGBTQ community? Those are important factors in showing businesses that we're working together. We formed the Mayor's Advisory Councils. We now have about 9 of them that range from veteran affairs to Black, Latino, Asian, women, seniors, and it goes on, who meet monthly and advise our office on what we can do to make the individual communities better, because the better they do, the better we all do. Now we're starting to cross-pollinate and let each council help educate other parts of our community about what's special and unique and important to those parts of our community. Here's a wonderful example of how our community deals with each other. Vivian Wynn was listed as one of 6 kids in the United States who Forbes magazine says make the world a better place, and she was a Martin High School student.
Growing up, those teen years when you're very moldable and there's a lot of things going on, I didn't really see that I had a role model that I could look up to, especially who looked like me. Just looking back, I really wanted to be there for these girls and to be the person that I didn't have. Dinosaur Apparel is the business I started when I was in 8th grade. I got with my friends and they helped me design and manufacture clothing lines. I realized that my business could also be a platform that I could use to make a social change, especially because I donated the donations from that NHS project to charity. I wanted to continue that aspect of giving back to the community. The Formula Project is Dinosaur Apparel's sister business. We started the Formula Project by making these care packages for women from Safe Haven Women's Shelter. We kind of wanted to redefine what the mission of the formula was, because we wanted to kind of impact women who were more around our age group, to give the formula mentees and mentors just an outlet to get more resources and to extend more opportunities to them. I was named one of the Forbes magazine teens changing the world and making the world a better place. I was definitely taken aback. The first thing that I thought of was that I needed to really reach out to those who had helped me and taken me to where I am today. Arlington is really special because we are kind of this one big family, and everyone really wants to see the other person succeed, as a neighbor. And as the American Dream City, Arlington has really just embodied what it means to be able to give every child, regardless of socioeconomic background or status or race and gender, the equal opportunity to attain a success story and whatever that means to them. And this is what it means to me. I'm Vivian Nguyen, and I'm alive with the American dream.
Vivian would be here with us today, but the poor girl's been accepted to Stanford. And she's away at college right now, blessing them over there. So thank you, Vivian, for really making American dreams come here in Arlington. Next year in April, we're having our second annual Dream Fest, which is Arlington's party in the backyard type of event to celebrate the huge cultural differences here in Arlington that brings everybody together. When we had our inaugural event this past year, I was hoping we could have 1,500 to 1,000 people show up. We had well over 5,000 people show up. It was a huge success. So we've now expanded it to 2 days, and we're really excited about what's going on in Arlington with the Dream Fest. So is the formula working? That's really what it comes down to. It's all pie in the sky if the three-part formula doesn't work. So since the first State of the City that I've done, we've created or have nearly 2,000 new businesses open or move to Arlington. $20,000 more people are now employed in Arlington. And we have a little bit of a private investment going on. $4.1 billion in the pipeline right now coming to Arlington or actually happening in Arlington right now. We're able to do this stuff because we've learned years and years and years ago, long before Jim Ross took office, that we do things better together. That's the theme of this year's State of the City. This year marks the 70-year anniversary of General Motors moving to Arlington and developing their assembly plant here. That is working well together. General Motors just announced this past year a commitment for a $500 million investment into retooling the production here to continue to make the SUVs with General Motors. That is working better together. Now, I know some of y'all are sitting out there and said, Mayor, we got a strike going on right now. I get it. Folks, we've been down this road before, and here's what I'll tell you. We've dealt with GM, we've dealt with the UAW. They all want to work this out. We're confident they're going to be working it out soon. So y'all just bide the time. Let the stuff happen. It'll work out just fine. But we want to thank General Motors for being here for 70 years. Investing in Arlington, investing in the community comes in all different shapes and sizes. One of the ways it comes is with money. Since July of 2021, when we funded our Economic Development Corporation, we've had 22 projects that they've been able to invest in, totaling over $47 million. Those are things that directly apply to businesses bringing new jobs to Arlington and making Arlington the American dream city that we all know it to be. Choctaw Stadium, under the direction of the Rangers and Rev Entertainment, has been redeveloped. It's continuously going on with Spark and that other restaurant, Hearsay, whatever it's called now. Another new Mexican restaurant coming. Starbucks is there, and more people are interested in moving into Choctaw. Y'all know we even have state representatives moving in there? Choctaw Stadium has taken on a life of its own and is continuously reinvigorating what's happening all around that area. Lincoln Square. Y'all know we're changing up Lincoln Square. Trademark is coming in and doing some stuff. Are y'all familiar with Clear Fork over in that city to the west of us? Put that on steroids and watch what happens at Lincoln Square. All right, it's gonna be gorgeous. Veridian. Everybody knows Veridian, but Veridian is in its last phase, with nearly 4,000 single-family dwelling on 108 acres of residential and commercial development and about $2.5 billion of residential and commercial capital development. That also includes nearly $650 million of public infrastructure. Medical City Arlington, $144 million expansion to their hospital there. We're so appreciative of the things that they're doing over there. Y'all heard this group get an award earlier as the Small Business of the Year, SFC. I still want to say Sudden Frost Carry, but it's FFC. Phenomenal group that has built this new building in downtown Arlington. We're so appreciative of what they're doing. There's an old shopping center right across the street from Arlington Memorial Hospital, Town North. Y'all remember that place? Anybody shop there or eat there lately? Probably not much. But we've helped get a developer in that's redoing the Town North Shopping Center, and we're going to see a significant change over there, a much needed change for the oldest shopping center in Arlington. AT&T Stadium, the Joneses are putting nearly $300 million into renovations of AT&T Stadium in anticipation, I believe, of some soccer games that might be played here in the future. Lowe's Arlington, opening this February. So excited about the new 888-room hotel here in Arlington. Let me tell you a little fact that you may not know about. Y'all remember years ago there used to be a hotel here called Flagship Inn. Some of y'all who've been here for decades remember that that was the place to go when you had events. Flagship Inn had a chandelier ballroom, a crystal ballroom. Well, we're gonna have a ballroom similar here at the Lowe's, but something unique about the ballroom at the Lowe's, it will be the largest ballroom in all of North Texas, the largest one. One Ranger Way, well under construction, be opening the first part of 2025 high-end luxury multifamily right in the heart of the entertainment district. Founders Arena, this is one of the most exciting things I've seen in a very long time. When I first heard about it, I didn't quite get it. But Founders Arena is a wealth tech accelerator company where they work, First Rate works, on bringing very innovative groups in to assist them in launching whatever that wealth tech program is that they have. They're bringing them to Arlington. They're working with them. And folks, these are the companies that are our next Microsoft, our next Facebook, our next Google, our next big venture working right here in Arlington. Drury Hotel, have y'all seen this? They're opening next summer. Finally, it is looking great. Six Flags, and if y'all haven't been there, get over there. It is a whole new Six Flags. We have a new CEO over there who has just pulled out all stops to make this a gorgeous place. Unfortunately, I had to go ride that ride right there. Old people aren't supposed to be doing that. So there, see? That's proof. UTA is continuing to make incredible investments in here with over $300 million in capital improvements, their largest one being $180 million on their life science building, the largest single investment they've ever made. Medal of Honor Museum had a topping off ceremony this year where we raised up the final beam here to top off the Medal of Honor thing. This is going to be phenomenal, scheduled to open in March of 2025. Now, what's great about having the Medal of Honor here is I'm a veteran. We have a Veteran Affairs Task Force here in Arlington. You know what's great about a veterans organization is everybody believes in helping our veterans. It reaches across party lines, it reaches across racial lines, religious lines. Everybody wants to help veterans. And now we are positioning ourselves to become the most patriotic city in America by taking care of our veterans. And Arlington is setting the path by which other cities are emulating our Veteran Affairs Task Force here. Recently, I don't want to say old TV show host, but he is. He's like my age. Montel Williams came to Arlington, and they did a military makeover for one of our veterans here.
This is a very special veteran here who has demonstrated resilience, that in a way that I think so many don't understand that they have it in them to do the same way Carlos has done. So this has been a very, very special makeover. We like to think of it as if we're turning their house into their forever home. And I think we really nailed it with this one.
But it was great. So many people there supporting us, so it was great. And I just consider just like a normal veteran, That for me, the heroes are the ones that didn't come back, so I'm just blessed to have all their support here.
It's really not saying thank you to our veterans, but making them understand that we are thankful for what they do. And to be able to acknowledge their contribution to maintaining this democracy and showing them appreciation for what they have done for us. So it's incumbent upon us to recognize that, to make sure that the next generation knows that, we do thank them for what they've done.
Doesn't matter what you believe in. You do something like this, you have people of all different beliefs coming together to do good for their community and people in their community and veterans. So really, that's what it's all about. I think we all need this, and it's like one big hug for the community.
Carlos is with us today. Carlos, please stand and be recognized. And if you're a veteran, will you please stand and be recognized as well, please? All veterans. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Carlos. There are a lot of other ways to make investments here that go investments into our community to make family time better, like Go Ape Zipline and Adventure Park, the Rotary Dream Park. The Rotary continues to make investments like no tomorrow here in Arlington. That's in downtown. The Mineral Well Public Plaza, we recently had the ribbon cutting for that put the new clock tower and Mineral Well fountain into the downtown area to symbolize what used to be the gathering spot in Arlington. The Arlington Museum of Art not moved in completely, but got the keys just 2 days ago for their new space right across the hallway here in the exhibit hall. They went from less than 5,000 square foot to over 50,000 square foot, with their first big exhibit coming from Pompeii this February. It's going to be phenomenal. Arlington Active, the Active Center for Seniors in Arlington opens in winter of 2024. Long overdue, but it's going to be a spectacular venture. These are continued investments, and the UTA Smart Hospital and School of Social Work just opened up at UTA, and if you haven't seen it, get over there and check it out. Investing in our future, these wonderful things that are happening, necessitates the fact that we have to do certain things on an ongoing basis. One of the things that we did on an ongoing basis is we continue to cut our property taxes for the 8th year in a row. I know road construction's a couple of horrible words, but we have $355 million plus going into road construction over the next few years. The I-30-360 project, if you haven't seen it, is virtually done now, but it will be completely done by the end of this year. Finally, the Southeast Connector project, a $2.1 billion investment for the 820 I-20 area there, bringing all kinds of opportunity for new businesses and everything else to gather around that part of the Arlington. Stormwater projects, nearly $50 million used to help combat some of the flooding that happens in Arlington. Last year, we had our inaugural American Dream Award. This year, we really worked at searching for who is the best person to receive this award. We picked an individual whose heart is as big as Globe Life Field, whose heart is as big as the Rangers going to the World Series, who is a phenomenal leader in this community and loves a part of this community like there's no tomorrow.
Green Oak School is really important to this community because we are providing a place for people with intellectual disabilities to come to feel safe, to learn, to grow, and then to be an important part of this community. God gave me 34 years ago a daughter with Down syndrome. And at the time I thought, my life is over. Nothing is going to happen good to me because of that. And I could not have been more wrong. think I've always thought, if I'm going to help my child, I want to bring other people along with me to serve these students who have always been so underserved in many ways, and to let people see what they really can do.
We do shine a spotlight on them, and that's so that we can show that diversity is good and everyone has a purpose. I think that is the gift that Green Oaks gives the community, is the ability to see good in all people and see ability in all people.
It's a family here. It's not just a workplace. It's not just a place where the kids come like a typical school. It's a family. And so I think that's what makes us unique.
I think Green Oaks is very much needed and is, helping hundreds of souls in this community.
When you're working with the individuals in special needs community and you're watching the growth and you're watching the individuals that work with them each and every day and the passion that they have, and when you watch those individuals go from being afraid to be out on their own to being confident to being out on their own, is as close to Jesus as you will get this side of heaven.
There is a lot of love at Green Oaks because we recognize the inherent God-given dignity and worth of each person that's here. And we want to pour into them, pour God's love into them in order to help them grow and be the best person that He intended them to be.
I encourage everyone to come join the Green Oaks program because it is filled with lots of love, laughter, and more. I love Green Oaks. I love Green Oaks Safety Machine.
I love Green Oaks and I love Jane Joe.
Help me welcome Jean Jewell, this year's recipient of the American Dream Award.
Thank you.
She gave me that look because we try to surprise people and not just give it all up real fast. Listen, if we could give out American Dream Awards to every city employee, I would, because Arlington continues to be recognized year after year after year on a number of different things. The Inclusive Communications, DEI Communications Award that our communications group has received, it was phenomenal. They're doing such a wonderful job there. Parks and Recs get the Texas Gold Medal Award. Arlington, Texas, What Works Cities continues to get recertified as the Gold City. We were the first city in Texas to get it. We're one of only 3 right now. Arlington Rapid received the Award of Excellence. Did you know that over 2 million trips were taken by our on-demand, our rideshare program here in Arlington On Demand in 2023? Arlington Public Library celebrated their 100th anniversary this year. Listen, we had a few events going on. I was not a Taylor Swift fan until I went to the concert. And I took my granddaughter and I rapidly became a Swiftie. I was in front of the Taylor Swift road sign. We gave her the key to the city. We did all of that. We'll do it again. She did so much for this community. We really, really enjoyed her. The only problem I have with her, by the way, is we have a lot of available Dallas Cowboys here in Arlington. Why'd she have to pick someone from Kansas, you know? Events that happened at AT&T Stadium, we'll just take a look. We were busy. There was no shortage of stuff going on at AT&T or Globe Life Field. We had tons of things happening, and we have tons of things going to happen. The Wings made it to the semifinals. The Arlington Renegades won the inaugural championship here in Choctaw Stadium. Coming to AT&T, we have all kinds of stuff happening here. Y'all can take a look at it. Coming to Globe Life Field, we have more and more things coming. We have no shortage of fun times happening here in Arlington, but we have this little thing called the World Cup coming. We could get upwards to 6 or 8 World Cup games in Arlington. Now, we don't know what games we're getting. So y'all don't ask me at the end of this saying, are we getting the final or are we not? We don't know. But we're gonna get some. We are a host city. So y'all keep your fingers crossed, and if you believe in prayer, throwing one out there every once in a while won't hurt us, okay? 2030, the NCAA Final Four is coming here to Arlington. We're better together. I don't know what happened to the rest of that video, but that's okay. I stood up here 2 years ago. I said, we got to do certain things to bring the jobs. We've been doing those things together. I made a prediction that last year I'd be talking about the Rangers being in the World Series, and I was 1 year off. I just wanted to throw that out there that I knew what I was talking about. Rangers are going to the World Series, folks, because they play better together. Arlington's doing what Arlington's doing because we grow together. We break bread together. We learn together. We love together. We live together. We appreciate one another. Our best asset in this city is our people. Our fifth most diverse community is our best asset. And we do it better together. So the state of the city today is better because we're doing it together. God bless y'all. Thank you for coming today.
All right, thank you, David Lawson. We appreciate you very much. I'm asking Mike Dro, he's the market president for Frost Bank, to come up. He's the chairman of our board. He got bumped from introducing the mayor by Chuck Morgan, but I think we'll all agree it was great to have Chuck here today. So normally I would end, by the way, thank you to all of our sponsors. We would end with similar to Better Together, Together We Succeed. But today I'm going to ask y'all, we're going to end slightly different. So I'm going to get everybody to stand up, and Mike is going to help me with this. This is really easy, but you ready? Here's what I want to do. I want to do some Let's Go Rangers. Let's go Rangers. Come on, let's go Rangers.